be right at home in this place. You'd be wrong. Let's just find my mother and get out of here.
One moment I'm raising a sword against that necromancer. The next moment I found myself here. What happened?
Emptiness consumes me.
I'd heard stories about the Soul Cairn, but never thought I'd see it myself. No, but there's no way she would have left it in Tamriel. She wanted to get it as far away from my father as possible. I can't imagine a better place. Then we find out where she hid it, if she's still alive. Well, as alive as she was before. Or is now, or... you know what I mean. Probably to avoid whatever my father would do to her if he could get his... Or maybe her plan was to come back, but she was stuck here. We won't know until we find her.
Beware the dragon Dunavir, destroyer of souls and harbinger of the fallen.
Get out while you can.
Who's there?
Be imagining this.
Where'd you come from? That'll teach you. Look at this place. I can't imagine choosing to come here. My mother must have been terrified.
Did you know I visited elsewhere once? What a strange and wondrous place.
Well, look what we have here. Someone with flesh on their... Let's just say I sold something to a guy who turned out to work for a whole coven of necromancers. How in the name of Zenithar was I to know the ingredients were phony? Do I look like someone that would double-cross a necromancer? You got it. Horse, wagon, and all. Plopped here without so much as a word. I used to be one of the best traders in High Rock, you know. How people would track me down just to see what I had for sale. Very funny. And what exactly are you going to pay me with? Take a look around. Gold doesn't exactly win you any I'll tell you what. I appreciate what you're trying to do, so I'll play along. The only thing I see around here in abundance are soul husks. You know, those ugly fungus-looking things growing out of the ground. Bring me, say, 25 of them, and you can rummage through what was left on my cart. Odds and ends, Tell me what you're looking for, and maybe we can make a deal, if you have the husks. You still got it, Morven. A salesman even beyond the end.
How could they trick me like this? I was one of Rieman's court wizards.
Who's there? Let's keep moving. Anything good?
Well, look what we... Let's just... How in the name of Zenithar was I... You got... I used to be one of the best... And what exactly... The only thing... Bring me, say... Odds and... Tell me what you're looking for, and maybe we can make a deal. If you... Sure, here you go. Can't understand a word of it.
Let's keep
Maybe it will
moving.
do you some good.
You'd think a vampire would be right at home in this place. You'd be wrong. Let's just find my mother and get out of here, quickly. Who's there?
Please, end this misery. Where'd you come from?
Where'd you come from? Get back here! Mother? Mother!
Megan, it can't be. Serana?
Is it really you? I can't believe it. How do we get inside? We have to talk.
Serana, what are you doing here? Where's your father?
He doesn't know we're here. I don't have time to explain.
I must have failed. Harkon's found a way to decipher the prophecy, hasn't he?
No, you've got it all wrong. We're here to complete the prophecy our way, not his.
Wait a moment. You've brought a stranger here? Have you lost your mind?
No, you don't...
You, come forward. I would speak with you.
So how has it come to pass that a vampire of mixed blood is in the company of my daughter?
Safe? You call bringing her here safe? Has she explained...
Serana has sacrificed everything to prevent Harkon from completing the prophecy. I would have expected her to explain that to you. You think I'd have the audacity to place my own daughter in that tomb for the protection of her Elder Scroll alone? The scrolls are merely a means to an end. The key to the tyranny of the sun is Serana herself. When I fled Castle Volkihar, I fled with 2 Elder Scrolls. The scroll I presume you found with Serana speaks of Auriel and his arcane weapon, Auriel's bow. The second scroll declares that the blood of Cold Harbor's daughter will blind the eye of the dragon. Like myself, Serana was a human once. We were devout followers of Lord Molig Bal. Tradition dictates the females be offered to Molig Bal on his summoning day. Few survive the ordeal. Those that do emerge as a pure-blooded vampire. We call such confluences the Daughters of Cold Harbor. Now you're beginning to see why I wanted to protect Serana, and why I've kept the other Elder Scroll as far from her as possible. If Harkon obtained Auriel's bow, and Serana's blood was used to taint the weapon, the tyranny of the sun would be complete. In his eyes, she'd be dying for the good of all vampires. And how exactly do you plan on completing the prophecy without the death of my daughter? Have you been listening to me? Like Serana, I'm a pure-blooded vampire. My presence on Tamriel is as much of a... You care nothing for Serana, or our plight. You see the tyranny of the sun as your chance at deification. And like Harkon, you won't hesitate to destroy anything that stands in your path. Serana? This stranger may call herself vampire, but she knows nothing of our struggle. Why should I entrust you to her?
This stranger has done more for me in the brief time I've known her than you've done in centuries.
How dare you? I gave up everything I cared about to protect you from that fanatic you call a father.
Yes, he's a fanatic. He's changed. But he's still my father. Why can't you understand how that makes me feel?
Oh, Serana, if you'd only open your eyes. The moment your father discovers your role in the prophecy, that he needs your blood, you'll be in terrible danger.
So to protect me, you decided to shut me away from everything I cared about. You never asked me if hiding me in that tomb was the best course of action. You just expected me to follow you blindly. Both of you were obsessed with your own paths. Your motivations might have been different, but in the end, I'm still just a pawn to you two. I want us to be a family again. But But I don't know if we can ever have that. Maybe we don't deserve that kind of happiness. Maybe it isn't for us. But we have to stop him, before he goes too far. And to do that, we need the Elder Scroll.
I'm sorry, Serana. I didn't know. I didn't see. I've allowed my hatred of your father to estrange us for too long. Forgive me. If you want the Elder Scroll, it's yours. Your intentions are still somewhat unclear to me, but for Serana's sake, I'll assist you in any way that I can. Yes, I've kept it safely secured here ever since I was imprisoned. Fortunately, you're in a position to breach the barrier that surrounds these ruins. You need to locate the tallest of the rocky spires that surround these ruins. At their bases, the barrier's energy is being drawn from unfortunate souls that have been exiled here. Destroy the keepers that are tending them, and it should bring... One more word of warning. There's a dragon that calls itself Durnevere roaming the cairn. Be wary of him. The Ideal Masters have charged him with overseeing the keepers, and will undoubtedly intervene if you're perceived as a threat. Be careful, and keep my daughter safe.
Ship, or was it before that? How does anyone... What do I mean? If I hadn't lost all of the pages... Very well. I suppose a moment or two of... I am Chib. Some call me Saint Chib. I can't say that I'm surprised by your answer. Until I get a book. I'd hardly call a 26-volume epic simply... Oh, surely you've heard of the rise and fall of Saint Chib the Eradicator, hero of Morrowind and savior of the Dunmer. Maybe you should leave the writing to an expert. It's terrible. I was in the midst of writing the second volume, and they just threw me into this prison. So what? All I remember is that damned Remora and his minions bursting into my home and sending me to them. Well, I assume so. Next thing I knew... My what? What? No. All these wasted months. No, my work will never see the light of day. Perhaps... Do you... Maybe I can't leave. In order to write the second volume of my opus, I need the notes from my first volume. When I was tossed in, there were 10 of them in all. Find them for me, please. I beg you. Well, that's a ridiculous question. Everyone traveling through here has said that the Oblivion Gates have been opening all over Tamriel. Has it been that long? Well, it started with the followers of Mehrunes Dagon having Emperor Uriel Septim. Without a septim on the throne of the Empire, Dagon was able to leave Oblivion through the gates and attack. All I heard is that without a septum sitting on the throne of the Empire, the dragon fires, this meant that we were vulnerable to... Well, I don't know. Everything seemed fine, and I can only assume the gates have been closed by now.
Let's kill those keeper
Thanks again
things and
for
get back to
searching.
the prison.
I don't know what I'd do without my pages.
Where'd you come from?
Die now and live forever. The endless sleep comes for us all.
You saved him! His soul is free, I can feel it! He's such a loyal beast. Here, I'll teach you how to call him to you. He'll help you get around this wretched place. But I'm sure he'd be much happier someplace sunnier. Goodbye, hero. Take good care of Arvak for me. Such a good horse.
I heard something. Where'd you come from?
you managed to destroy? Yes. Keep watch for Durnevere. With the prison's barrier down, he's almost certain to investigate.
I can't believe we found my mother alive.